Welcome back. This story is quite shocking. A 53-year-old Western Australian man has spoken out about his struggle to find a job. Despite decades of experience and speaking 3 languages, he was rejected by, wait for it, 237 roles as he's applied for over the past year and a half. Now, it raises massive questions about ageism in the workforce.
Yeah, for more, we are joined by Partnerships Director at Compono and recruitment expert Rafe Watson. Rafe, great to have you here.
Yeah,
how can someone so qualified not be able to get a job? I mean, is there such thing as being overqualified?
So the overqualified. So let's look at that in the lens of older workers, I guess. So that's often code for, looks like you could do this job really easily. Maybe you'll get bored and then leave and I'll have to replace you. So that's one. And the other thing is a bit of nervousness on some of the younger hirers now who go, yeah, you are really experienced. You could probably take my job or do my job. So we'll just move you to the side.
It's not
so
about money then? It's not about like, oh, I'll have to pay for your skill set?
It depends what job you're going for, of course. But often with a great skill set, you can offer a lot to companies, right? And again, if you look at the lens of older workers, think, you know, maybe they've done another job for a long period of time. They're really stressed. They just want to step back, spend more time with the family, etc. So they're not necessarily looking for a high-paid, high-skilled job as well. So what employers really need to do is look behind it and say, why do you want this job you look overqualified for? Because there's many different reasons.
People want work. 46% of employers admit they would be more reluctant to hire a worker over a certain age. Whatever happened to experience?
Well, I've seen another research report from ARI, the Human Resources Institute, that says 70%, closer to 70%.
Wow,
and only flip it around to only 10% of companies have a policy of looking for older workers.
So this is ageism, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely is. Whichever way guys want to look at it, there's definite ageism out in the marketplace.
What you're saying is like these words like over-experienced stuff, that's just code.
Yeah.
This is workplace code to say that we're not going to hire you because you're too old.
But the good news is
or we think you're too old.
Yeah, well, there are companies that do hire older workers, though, right? I mean, a lot of the supermarkets do. I mean, if you're looking in IT, for example, they don't really care how old you are. It's can you code or can you do the job. Right. So it's not all doom and gloom. I mean, so you can do your research out there and look for companies that do hire older workers. And there's actually the Australian Retail Institute, or ARA, have launched a site called the Talent Registry, and what they're looking for there is skills and culture fit, because it's so hard at the moment to get retail workers. It's a really candidate scarce market. So now, if you have been rejected like that, don't give up, go now, because the market is really hot. I speak to recruiters every day, and they cannot find enough workers. So don't give up. Go to, if you want retail or hospo jobs, hospojobfinder.com.au. That also can help you, and that's based on skills. So your experience can be very valuable, and people are starting to look for workers outside of the normal box as such. So hopefully ageism can shrink a little bit.
So people sitting at home who may be in the situation, what is your advice to them? You mentioned a few tips there. Yeah,
look, to try and stop the ageism in a way, because a lot of, if people have that inherent bias, so remove things from your resume that show your age. So you don't need to know that you got your degree in 1981 or that you got that qualification way back. And the same with your job list. Cut it after about 10 years or so you take away the ability for people to go, that person's really old, I don't want to hire them.
Well, you've been in a lot of jobs, which is maybe what you wanted to do, and they thought, oh, another excuse to be like, maybe you're not reliable enough?
Yeah, well, that's absolutely not true, because statistics show older workers actually take less sick days.
That's right.
Problems in the workplace, they may have seen it before, so they're able to, without fluster, maybe solve those problems.
Experience.
And don't forget, half the population is over 45 or something, which is what older workers theoretically are. Your customer base is often older people.
There you go.
So you can have that credibility and relationship with those customers. So there's a lot of things out there that companies should take into account.
Well, Rafe, good insight there, mate. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah,
Great
pleasure.
tips. Thank you.